A struggle to survive. Restaurants have had to get creative during the COVID-19 pandemic. They've beefed up carryout options, used app-based delivery services, and relied on loyal customers to get through. A Plymouth restaurant resorted to another kind of survival mode. They shut down altogether for a brief period of time. But as Delane Cleveland reports, the owners of Elm Tavern have big ideas for life after the pandemic.
We just want to do something that we'd want to go to in our community.
Locally owned restaurants are hard to come by in the city of Plymouth, but for more than 5 years, Elm Tavern has served that role, and it's become a popular gathering spot for the community.
People would walk in, they'd know people, and hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Very cheers-like, I guess.
Or at least that's how it was before the pandemic. After COVID hit, owner Troy Redding says they'd tried to adapt to the new normal.
We did parking lot parties, we did smoked meats, we sold retail stuff. I mean, anything we could think of, we'd try to do, take and bake meals. And after 8 months of doing that, we were tired.
They were so tired that in December, they decided to shut down altogether, both at the Plymouth location and at their other venue in Maple Grove.
With it being winter, it made more sense to shut it down and lose less money by shutting down. Quite simply.
And with the lease expiring in Plymouth at the end of February, the future of their original restaurant was uncertain. But funny things can happen when a restaurant becomes an important community staple.
We received emails and phone calls and texts and everything from people going, "Who's your landlord? We want to write a letter. We want to talk to them. We want them to know how important you are."
Sometimes perseverance pays off. This week, Redding announced they extended their lease, meaning that they'll stay in Plymouth for at least the next 5 years.
Without the community support, we went to push it as hard as we did.
However, that's not the only good news for Elm Tavern. Redding says that Elm Tavern will be the official food and beverage provider of Optimal Performance Golf, which will open in this building in Maple Grove in March. The company says it will have Minnesota's largest indoor short game area, with 8 golf simulators and a 2,700 square foot putting green.
It's going to be a really cool spot.
And with patio season on the horizon, optimism abounds for life after the pandemic.
Restrictions will lift, hopefully, this spring, and people will be able to get back to celebrating family and celebrating good times.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.